Morning, Lana Scott Lighthouse. So I have tried to do this little video as a short, and it's just too long to make it a short. So we're going to make it, it's probably only going to be like a 3 or 4 minute video, but I just couldn't fit it into a short. So what I wanted to say is, I do believe in the law of attraction, but I also do believe that I have also recently had a couple of things happen that I realized I asked the universe for something, and it delivered, but the way it delivered it to me was not apparent to me that my request was being answered. So I'm telling, because I like to tell stories, I'm going to tell y'all this story so that y'all can maybe look at it like there will be times when the universe will answer a prayer or a request or something that you want, and you may not realize till later when you look from the beginning of what happened to the end of it to realize, well, wait a minute, this is how it came to me, but at the end of it, I suddenly realized that what I asked for was being given to me. Okay, or you can look at it as law of attraction, however you want to look at it. So recently I've had 2 different situations where I just put a little wish out into the air, gee, I wish. One of them was I had made some, and I know this is going to seem silly to y'all, but I had made like a taco chili type thing, and I wished I had a certain kind of chip, like, those restaurant chips that you get, the Tostitos, I think they are. They have one that's kind of like a hard crispy. And then there's been other ones I've seen that they're smoother and like the ones you get at Taco Bell. Okay, their flavors are similar to me. So one day when I made it, I was thinking, man, I really wish I had some of these restaurant type style chips, right? And I didn't have any, and the store is 7 miles away, and I wasn't going, to go burn a whole gallon of gas to get this a damn bag of chips, okay? Because I live up in the mountains. So I come home from work one day, and my neighbor left a note on my door, and she says, "Hey, Lana, I went to Reno today and got some Taco Bell, and I have a burrito left over. Would you like it?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I won't have to cook dinner, So I go over and I get it, and she goes, "Well, here you go." She goes, "Here's the burrito," and she goes, "I also have some chips and some cheese. They got those restaurant style chips, right, with the cheese." And I'm like, "Okay." And so we talk a little while, then I bring it home. I pull out the burrito. I'm eating the burrito, and all of a sudden I look down and I'm like, "Wait a minute. There's my chips for my chili, for my taco chili." So I put the rest of the burrito in the refrigerator, pulled out my taco chili that I wanted to have, and I'm like, cool, here's my chips. So my wish got answered, but the way my neighbor approached me was, "Hey, Lana, do you want this burrito?" But along with the burrito came the restaurant style chips I just asked for 2 days before that. And there's my chips. The other one was, you guys, y'all have seen enough of my little 1 short minute videos where we have some cats around here that used to be pets that people have just gone off and left over the winter. One lady in particular, I'm still mad about it, but I'll be okay. Left them, and actually the 3 of the kittens that she left were females, and they're all pregnant now. One of them actually had kittens at my next door neighbors. But I had bought last month a big bag of food for them, and I finally ran out. And they would still come over here in the morning, and they're still like, "Where's some more food?" And I'm like, "Guys, I don't have anything to give you." And I was like, man, I wish I had something to feed them. So we have a food bank here, and the food bank comes through, you get like twice a month, and they have something called a blue slip. You can get a blue slip at the beginning of the month and get commodities. So, and everybody just about goes down there. And somebody here at the park they either work for a convenience store or they have an online thing where they order food and send it out or whatever. I don't know, but I walked in there to go do my laundry a couple of days ago, and somebody had brought in 2 bags of those sandwiches that come in those little V-shaped packages, and the date on them was the 16th. So because, by law, they have to put a certain shelf life on everything, but most stuff is good up to a week past the date, depending on what it is. Like sometimes your milk will last a little bit longer, or some things with the date on it lasts a little bit longer, but by law, they have to have a certain date on them, right? So I go over there, and somebody had left 2 bags of some of these sandwiches that were expired. It was the day that they expired, and they can no longer sell them by that date. They have to pull them off the shelves, but they're usually still good up into a week. And if you put them in the refrigerator, they'll definitely be good for up to a week. They had tuna salad ones, chicken salad ones, ham and cheese, and a lot of them were on wheat bread, which I'm not really crazy about. But I decided, well, I'm going to bring one or two of these ham and cheese sandwiches home for me. And then I'm looking at them, and I'm like, I wonder how long these sandwiches will be here. Because I remember a couple of months ago, somebody who, maybe the same person, brought some in, and they sat there for a week until somebody finally threw them away. Because they were in the garbage can in the laundry room. So, and I'm looking at them, I went, oh, wait a minute. Turkey, chicken. So I grabbed about, guys, there must have been 25 sandwiches up there, okay? So I grabbed about 4 or 5 of them, put them in one of the smaller bags that was sitting up there on the counter. And in the laundry room, there's a window that's blocked off because it goes into part of the landlord's house. And people bring anything they don't want, books, food, whatever, canned goods stuff. If they got something from the food bank they don't want, and they'll leave it up on the shelf up there for if somebody wants it or needs it. Instead of throwing it away, they try to give it out so that somebody can get it if they need it. And so I brought about 6 home. I brought 2 of the sandwiches home for me. And then I brought a couple of the turkey. And actually, the sandwiches were in there for like 2 more days after that. Nobody even touched them. They probably ended up throwing away. But the ones I brought home, I was like, oh, goody, now I got something I can feed the cats. So I cut up a couple of the sandwiches, and I was like, well, wait a minute. I don't have no bread right now, and I've been wanting to give bread to the birds. So I cut the crust off the bread, rubbed it, ran it through my hands and made it into crumblies, fed some to the birds, and then every day for 2 days or 3 days, I think I have one left actually, I chopped up the sandwiches and put it out there, and every morning when I go, I put it out there at night, and every morning I come in, it's gone. So, and there's probably still a couple of cats underneath my camper. And the other 2 females, one female's had her kittens, like I said, next door, and the other 2 are now obviously pregnant. So I'm getting ready to have 2 loads of kittens over here, folks. But at any rate, I realized, too, that, again, the universe had answered my request. I got something to feed the stray cats, and I got some chips that I wanted, like the kind I liked. I didn't have to go, 6 miles to the store, 6 miles back, just for some chips to be able to eat with my tuna stuff. So my point of this whole thing is sometimes when you ask the universe for something, it's not always going to show up the way you think it is. Sometimes, even if it's something you're not really, maybe some little thing, you said, gee, I wish I had this, then all of a sudden it just plops into your lap. Doesn't always work that way, but sometimes something will show up one way, but then by the end of it, like her giving me the burrito, and when all I heard in my head, she said, come get a burrito. I go get the burrito, and on the side, there's some of those chips that I wanted. So sometimes the universe will answer your question or answer your prayer or your request, or something you've been thinking about that you want, and you will get it, it will just fall into your lap. So don't always look at everything that comes. Let me see how I want to say this. So sometimes when you ask for something will come to you in such a way that you don't realize that your prayer, your request, what you asked for has been given to you. So that's just something to think about, folks. That's my little story for right now. I am going to get my Angel's Rune reading up today. I'm just trying to take care of some stuff I haven't been able to take care of because this week I have been busier than a cat on a hot tin roof between work, helping some friends get to and from what they need, and it's just been a busy week. So this weekend, I'm not doing a whole much of anything. I think we're taking one trip to town, me and one of my neighbors. And other than that, I'm getting my videos up and I'm getting my house cleaned up. So if y'all like my videos, like, subscribe, and share. If you know someone else, maybe somebody else is having a hard time seeing their wishes come true, but you see it in a different way than they do, pass this on to them. Maybe they can find some use out of it. I love all my subscribers, guys. Y'all have a great day. I am putting up, by Sunday night, I will have some more stuff put up there. I am, like I said, in the process of cleaning the house. So, because some things I just wait, because it's only me here. And if the dishes sit for 2 days, I really don't care. The cat doesn't seem to care either. So, like, subscribe, and share, guys. Y'all have a great day. I will get my Angel's Rune message up for today. By tomorrow, it will be up. And I'm so thankful my phone's back on. Lana Scott, Lighthouse.